In the busy city of Lagos, where the streets are filled with cars and people are going about their lives, there was a woman named Adeshua. She was beautiful in a way that made everyone stop and stare. People said she looked like a queen, like someone who did not just walk through Lagos, but brought a piece of magic with her. Her smile was bright, her laugh was soft and smooth, and she had a gentle but confident way of moving that made her unforgettable. Adeshua wasn't just beautiful in the usual way. She was blessed with a curvy body, wide hips, a full chest, and a figure that seemed perfectly made to catch everyone's eye. When she walked, it was like the whole world moved with her. Men couldn't help but turn their heads to watch, and even the women around couldn't deny she had something special. She was like a queen, and everyone wanted to win her heart. It didn't matter if they were rich or famous, powerful or ordinary. Men from all walks of life were desperate to impress her, to be the one she chose. They tried every trick they knew, and the things they did to get her attention started to make people shake their heads and laugh. One of her admirers was TDay, a popular musician with hits playing on every radio station. Known for his flashy lifestyle and catchy lyrics, he tried to charm Adeshua by writing songs just for her. In his latest track, he sang about her beauty, calling her his African queen. Everyone knew the song was about Adeshua, and the whole city was singing along. But even with all his fame, TDay could never quite catch her interest. She would show up at his concerts, watching him from the crowd with a smile, but she would always leave without a word, leaving him wondering what he had to do to keep her attention. Then there was Chief Bayo, a wealthy politician with a powerful position and plenty of money to spare. Chief Bayo thought he could buy Adeshua's affection, so he started sending her gifts, not just flowers or chocolate, but expensive things. He once even sent her a diamond necklace, along with the handwritten note that read, "To the most beautiful woman in Lagos." But Adeshua didn't seem too impressed. She thanked him politely and put the necklace away, as if it were just another trinket. The chief didn't give up though. Rumor had it he even promised her a ride on his private jet, hoping that taking her high above Lagos would finally win her over. But Adeshua stayed as mysterious as ever, leaving him hanging, wondering if he had ever won her heart. While Dr. Emeka, a respected doctor, was smitten with her too. Unlike the others, he didn't have fame or political power, but he was clever and he thought a little differently. Every chance he got, he would show up at places he knew she liked to visit. He would bump into her accidentally at art galleries, fancy restaurants, and even in church. He tried to impress her with stories about his work, his dedication to helping people. But whenever he started talking too much about himself, Adeshua would give him a smile and change the subject, making him wonder if his accomplishments really mattered to her at all. The strangest of all was Pastor Kunle, a popular preacher known for his lively sermons and big congregation. Pastor Kunle insisted that he has been sent by God to marry Adeshua. He even mentioned her in one of his sermons, calling her a gift from above. He invited her to his church event, hoping to impress her with his preaching skills and his large following. He told her, "With me, you'll find peace and you never have to worry." But Adeshua remained calm, thanking him for his interest without any real excitement. The congregation started to talk, whispering about their pastor's unusual interest, but that did not stop him from trying to win her over. Then there was Inspector Dan, a tough police officer with a no-nonsense attitude. He wasn't rich or famous, but he thought his bravery and dedication to protecting the city would make him stand out. He went so far as to offer her protection, saying, "Lagos can be a dangerous place, and I'll make sure nothing ever happens to you." He would appear from nowhere, offering to drive her around in his police car, even escorting her home late at night. But Adeshua would simply thank him, laughing lightly at his efforts, still staying a step beyond his reach. As the month went on, Adeshua became something of a legend in Lagos. It wasn't just the men who were fascinated by her, everyone was talking about her. People wondered if she had ever chosen anyone, or if she would always remain a mystery, floating through the city with her enchanting beauty and quiet grace. In the end, it did not seem like Adeshua was looking for a man to impress her. She was content. enjoying her life and the gifts and the attention without being controlled by it. And though the men continued to chase her, giving gifts, singing songs, and offering promises, it was clear to everyone that Adeshua would never be won by money, power, or fame. She was simply herself, and that was enough. The way people talked about her, you would think Adeshua was a legend. Some people believed she had some kind of magic, that maybe she was sent by the gods. Others thought she was just very smart and knew how to get people's attention. Whatever the truth was, Adeshua didn't mind what people thought or said. She knew who she was, and that was enough for her. As the months went by, the men of Lagos grew bolder in their attempts to win Adeshua's heart, each one convinced they could be the one to break through a quiet mystery. But Adeshua remained like the wind, there one moment, gone the next, slipping through their fingers no matter how hard they tried. Then, one evening at an upscale art gallery, all of Adeshua's admirers found themselves in the same room. TDay the musician, Chief Bayo the politician, Dr. Emeka, Pastor Kunle, and Inspector Dan each spotted her from across the room, startled by a painting and lost in thought. For a moment, they exchanged glances with one another, each sizing up his competition, wondering if tonight would be his chance to capture her attention. But as they took their first steps toward her, something surprising happened. Adeshua glanced up and noticed them. With a gentle smile, she walked towards the men, not to flirt or accept their gifts, but to speak plainly. "I know you have all tried in your own ways to get close to me, and I am grateful for your kindness," she began, her voice soft but steady. "But I am not a prize to be won. I am simply a woman who wishes to live her life freely, just as each of you should live yours." The men fell silent, taken aback by her words. She continued, "I want a love that feels like friendship, that feels like freedom, not a chase or a game. So if one day you see me laughing with someone in a quiet corner of the city, know that it wasn't fame or power that drew me to him, but the peace we found in each other's company." With that, she left the room, her steps light and graceful, leaving the men to reflect on her words. From that night on, they spoke of Adeshua with a new kind of respect. They finally understood that she did not belong to anyone but herself, and that her beauty wasn't meant to be captured or honed. And as for Adeshua, she continued to live her life with joy, knowing that her heart was her own and that one day she would find someone who understood that. Until then, she remained the legendary woman who captured Lagos, but not by being caught, but by staying true to herself.